This Jewish fitness coach makes over $100,000 every single month, right? $100,000 sustainably. And he does that because we've applied these systems, these sales operations, and the complete funnel ecosystem that he has in place to scale to this point. And he does it with a very small team, being able to live his life, automating 90% of this so that really he just is able to buy back his time and use it for high leverage tasks inside of the business. Okay. This is the most sauce. This is the most information I've ever given away in a single video. I'm super excited to walk all of you through this and help you understand how businesses, especially solo businesses or personal brands, are able to scale their service or education or info offer to over 6 figures a month. Okay, and so let's get right into it. Let's start off with the organic funnel. Okay. The first way you're obviously going to find him in his Instagram page is his organic content. And the cool thing about it is that we are able to collect data on all of the posts, all of the views, all the likes, interactions, comments, new follows, right? If you find him through his organic content, you're not just going to get hit with the volume that he posts, but you're also going to get hit with his retargeting strategy, because if you find him through organic, we will find you through the retargeting ad strategy, right? So no matter where you are, this ecosystem will make sure that you are marketed to, especially if you are the ICP, right? And so that's what makes this so powerful, is that this covers such a large surface area as far as who we are able to contact and how many times we're able to contact them. Okay, so if we find them through the organic content strategy, then you get pushed directly to the Instagram page. Obviously, if you follow him, right, then you get encompassed into his ecosystem. You are going to get hit with over 20 reels every single week, right? He posts like a madman. We are just killing it with volume, so that you are he's constantly in your face. He's constantly telling you about what he thinks about his decision-making process, the way he goes about, fitness, lifestyle, mindset, motivation. All of that builds trust, builds his authority, and makes sure that you know who he is, especially when it comes to Jewish fitness. Secondly, you're going to get hit with the hybrid DM funnel, right? If you interact with any of his content, you're going to get hit with his human setter, himself, and an AI system that allows them to automate pretty much 90% of the DM process, right? His DM funnel is absolutely dialed, meaning once you start conversations with him, he's able to automate most of it and push you into booking a sales call, okay? This process is pretty simple, and we're going to go over this in even more detail in the paid ad and landing page funnel strategy, right? From there, you go to a close and we move on to the data collection process. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, okay? You also are able to go from his organic content strategy from his personal page and get pushed to the organic bottom of funnel strategy, right? From here, you're still in the top layers of the funnel. If you think there's top, middle, and bottom of his funnel, right? You've just discovered him, right? You've just discovered him from his organic content strategy. You're now on his page in the ecosystem, building some trust, right? But how can we accelerate people way faster and get them straight to the bottom and ready to buy by showing them proof? And to do that, we have developed a new Instagram page called Sneak It In Results. That's the name of his offer. And that's where we literally just blast people with proof, blast people with bottom of funnel content that gets them to buy into his offer, gets them to buy into what he does and how he helps people. And we use all of that data as well off of the new Instagram page to feed into the paid ad strategy. Okay, speaking of, we're not going to get into how this now plays a pivotal role in scaling him to $100,000 a month. The paid ad strategy is everything, okay? We have 3 types of ad strategies, okay? We have number 1, we have profile visits, okay? This is going to get eyes to the page even more so than his original organic branding strategy does, right? Because we have eyes to because we can boost and guarantee traffic, we can guarantee that people actually end up becoming viewers through his organic content strategy, and it fuels itself, right? It becomes its own cycle. It becomes its own machine because we can pour traffic from our paid ads into boosted profile posts and get people into this organic funnel even faster, okay? So number 1 is profile visits. That was what we optimized for. Secondly, we want to get DM messages, right? How can we skip the organic nurturing process and actually push people straight to the hybrid DM funnel? How can we get people directly into the sales process so that they can book a call faster, reducing the sales cycle and ensuring that we can increase capacity after a shorter amount of time? Okay, so secondly is DM ads. Thirdly is our retargeting ads and landing page ads, right? How can we take all of these people that have not taken action and ensure that our marketing stays in front of them so that we still cover that surface area, just like I talked about earlier, but enforcing that upon people that have already seen our content. They're already warm. Maybe they've already bought into Ari. They just need to see more of this types of content, right? And so we can take this bottom or middle of funnel content and push it back in front of the eyes of the people that need to see it most. Okay. Now, what I'm leaving out here is our landing page strategy, okay? And usually we do this off of cold or retargeted traffic. It doesn't really matter. But when we have a landing page strategy, we now have the ability to optimize off of a system that completely automates the sales call process, right? Originally, we had to go through an entire DM process or an entire organic branding process to get someone warm and nurtured enough to book a sales call. Versus if we have a landing page strategy, I'll call that L, right? We can set retargeted campaigns to it. We can send the traffic from our profile to it. We can even put it in the link in bio, just like I showed you here, which shows another opportunity to access the funnel. Once we have sending people to this landing page, we can automate the process entirely, right? And so that's so powerful. With enough data collected through our organic system, we can target the right people and send our landing page strategy to them, okay? Now, what we've done is that we have highly researched and completely optimized this landing page for the market research that we've done on the ICP. So every single piece of copy, every single bit of writing, even the VSL messaging in itself, even the quiz itself is all optimized for the ICPs to guarantee conversions if they follow through every single step, right? And because we have targeted the right people, most of the people are bought in already and they want to actually enter and apply themselves to start their transformation, okay? So once they apply, they go through our booking process to ensure we have the right amount of friction to guarantee a qualified lead. Then they go to our booking page, right? This is pretty simple. This is optimized with the Calendly iframe, or you can use Calendly API, but we ensure that this triggers. So as soon as someone lands on this page, as soon as they book a call, we also send this data back to Meta to optimize and keep the flywheel going with the quality of the people that we send to it, right? So if we optimize for the people that end up booking a call, that means Meta will send us more of those people instead of just the people that end up clicking to the front page, right? So it's all about data collection. From there, they get sent to honestly one of the most important aspects of the landing page funnel, and that is the post-booking page, right? If you are not continuously building proof, if you're not continuously pre-handling objections and guaranteeing they show up and they're ready to buy, then you're just leaving thousands and thousands of dollars on the table, okay? People that end up on this page are also retargeted to, and ensures that we can continuously build our trust and authority even after they've booked the call, so that by the time they show up, they're so warm, they already know about the offer, they already know what we do, how we do it. It's just a matter of dropping the price, okay? But to take it a step further, how can we do that operationally and automate those processes? As soon as you book in, you see this post-booking page, you are going to get immediately hit with our sales team and our operations that we've built from our funnel data tracking systems, okay? We do that through Go High Level. We do that through Google Sheets. We do that through SendBlue and automations, N8N, Zapier. We do that through custom software builds, right? All of these allow us to, once again, continue to increase our surface area across how we contact our leads, from just Instagram to their text messages, to their email, to their Instagram DMs, right? Like, just like I mentioned earlier, we are able to just nail them on every single aspect of the surface that they come into contact with us, so that they are super warm by the time we can guarantee they actually book a sales call. And the cool thing is that because of these operations happen in these softwares, this all happens pretty much on autopilot, right? People are able to book in, get nurtured, get warm without us having to scale our sales team larger than 5 people. Then from the sales calls, it's really up to the reps at this point, right? We have high quality sales reps. We really choose our sales reps closely based on their performance and how they're able to handle the ICP and the market that we've chosen, right? Depending, or it doesn't even depend, no matter the outcome of the sales call, we take the data and we use it in our post-call form, okay? What this does, it allows us to reiterate and push that data back into our system so that we can pretty much re-optimize every aspect of this funnel, from the organic strategy to the paid strategy, and how they interlink into one another throughout the sales operations process, okay? And what that looks like is we push all of the content that is working into our creative brief that goes through on a 1 to 3 week basis. We continuously optimize sales assets that bring in our ICP and make those into our paid ad strategies moving forward. Then we optimize off of what is working as far as the sales and media buying strategy, right? How can we ensure that the pacing of our leads is correct? How can we ensure that our sales are actually going up and not stagnating as far as the cash collected, the revenue generated, and the money that we put into the paid ad strategy as far as what we're getting out, right? We're really just tracking our wow metrics on a weekly basis, right? Week over week metrics, how much money are we putting in? What does our close rates look because of it? What's our return on investment as far as the paid ad strategy? And if it's an organic strategy, how can we re-optimize creative to ensure that the data pushes us to be more and more successful? Okay, this is a continuously rebuilding system, a continuously re-optimizing system that has guaranteed us $100,000 a month inside of this fitness coaching business. Okay, so difficult to be able to get to this point with just DM ads, just an organic hybrid strategy. And so because of these two, a double pronged funnel with a data collection system, we can re-optimize and grow this offer to well beyond 6 figures a month. And we're trying to get even further. Okay, so much information here, so much sauce. If you want to learn anything about any aspect of this funnel, anything about this ecosystem, just hit me up on Instagram, DM me the word hybrid. Okay, DM me the word hybrid, and I will literally break down this entire system for you step by step in even more detail on a phone call if you're interested. Okay, if you want to just skip straight to the phone call, don't even DM me, just click the link down below and get to know how you can book a call with me a little bit faster. Okay. Other than that, let me know what else you want to see, what else you want me to post about as far as the systems that I'm building, how I'm scaling my clients, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one.